Greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here tonight to do the rankings from a album. This is a show that I do every second week, alternates with album sides, in which I take the songs on an album and I rank them according to how I like them. The last one we did was the Beatles one, which went off really well. A lot of people enjoyed that one. I'm hoping they're going to enjoy this one as much. This is one of my favorite albums. Definitely a top 20 album. One of my favorite bands. Every track on here is killer. We're talking about Who's Next by The Who. I love the attitude shown here on the cover of this album. These guys are now been around at this point 7-8 years and they're still showing lots of attitude. A lot of punk bands like these guys, which is kind of not surprising to me at all. Okay, so the album, of course, is Who's Next by The Who, released in 1971. 9 tracks in total on this particular album. And The Who were not known for adding extra tracks on the remakes, unlike Jethro Tull, who liked to put an entire album of tracks on their next. And the best thing about the Jethro Tull stuff is that it's almost all as good as the stuff they originally did. Fantastic. So anyways, we're here to talk about The Who, one of my favorite bands. The Who is a little bit different than most of the bands in my group of 8. Most of those bands have got there on the strength of their albums and their overall music, where The Who definitely are up there, not so much on the strength of their overall. Well, their overall music is great, and they do have some strong albums, but basically it's their live performance. I probably have more live concerts of The Who than I have of anybody else. I just think they're absolutely a killer band in to watch live. So anyways, we have to rank the 10 tracks on this album, and I'm going to start by doing it the way I always do it, which is from my least favorite to my most favorite. In this case, from 9th to number 1. There are no bad tracks on this album. There are only great and super great songs. I love every track on here. It was actually a little bit difficult to rank them. The one thing about The Who that I like, though, is that the stuff that you hear, the stuff that is played a lot on the radio and stuff like that, is their best stuff. So what you get, with some bands you'll get, they have some really good stuff they play on the radio, but it doesn't really sound like their music when you listen to their albums. Not like these guys at all. The stuff on their deep cuts and their stuff that they play on the radio sounds the same. Great. So we're going to start with probably my least favorite tune on the album, but still very strong, a really good track, Getting in Tune. I like this song. It's just unfortunate. If it was on some other album, it might be close to my favorite, but because it's on this album, it's going to come in at number 9. Number 8, The Song Is Over. I'm pretty sure that's the track on here that Pete Townsend sings. I do like it quite a bit, just not as much as some of the other stuff here. So that's number 8. Number 7, Lay Down Your Head, Love Ain't For Keeping. Such a heavy, riffing song. Killer track. Love it. Definitely belongs higher than it is, but who's it going to knock out? That's the problem. So Love Ain't For Keeping, number 7. Number 6 is I'm going to put this down as it's starting to hurt my arm. Is John Entwistle's vocal song, My Wife. I always really like this song. The lyrics are fantastic. He's talking about how his wife's going to kill him, and doesn't matter if he gets a machine gun or a tank or whatever he needs, it ain't going to save him from her wrath, right? Yeah, such a good vocal song, and I actually like John's vocals quite a bit. He's got a strong bass, not a baritone voice, definitely a medium range voice, but very strong, very frontal. My Wife, coming in number 6. Number 5, Going Mobile. Yeah, catchy as hell, this tune. One of the tunes that I often like to to listen to quite a bit. I've had occasions where when I'm getting in my car and I'm going to drive off to someplace for a thing, I will often put this song on to start the journey. I don't know why, I just stupid things that I do sometimes. That's just one of them. The next track out is called Bargain. This is a really killer track. Any other album, this would be a number one song, but on this album it's going to come in at number 4 because of the strength of the other songs. So the last 3 songs, everybody already knows where I'm going with these 3. These are all big hits, well known. Some of them have been on TV shows. Some of them are just absolutely legendary, and all 3 of them, at any given day, they could switch around, but pretty much I decided to put them in the order that I normally like them. Some days I like this one or that one a little bit more than the other ones, but today I'm putting them in the order that I normally like them. So number 3 is Behind Blue Eyes, one of my favorite songs to sing. I love singing this song, sing it in the shower all the time. One of my regulars, has been for decades and will continue to be for more decades, I think. I haven't burned out on this album, which is kind of strange considering how many times I've heard it on the radio and how much times I've played it myself. I still like the album quite a bit. It's a great road album song, so when you get in the car and you're off to driving off, this is one of the albums I love to listen to. Behind Blue Eyes, number 3. Number 2, of course, is Don't Cry, Don't Waste Your Time. Yeah, Baba O'Reilly, yeah. Such a classic Who song. I absolutely love it. This is one of the songs that my daughter likes quite a bit by The Who. She actually likes The Who. Of all the bands I listen to, I think this is the band she likes the most. Unlike Rush, who I think she likes the least most. So Baba O'Reilly, number 2, which leaves only one track, and we all know what that track is going to be. Won't Get Fooled Again. Great song. Hell of a song on the album. Better live. The energy that is output for this song is incredible. Everybody's doing something absolutely stunning to watch. It's just fantastic, and I think they often do this as an encore too. It's just such a great tune. So iconic, so well remembered. With you've got Daltrey swinging that mic and that huge drum burst at the end after the keyboard part that lays out the foundation for Pete Townsend to jump across the stage and land on his knees. If I did that, they'd take me to hospital, I'm afraid. But I have tried it. Not a good thing to do if you've got bad legs. Anyways, Won't Get Fooled Again, number 1. So I'm going to reiterate them now from top to bottom, just to do them quickly. Number 1, Won't Get Fooled Again. Number 2, Baba O'Reilly. Number 3, Behind Blue Eyes. Number 4, Bargain. Number 5, Going Mobile. Number 6, My Wife. Number 7, Love Ain't For Keeping. Number 8, This Song Is Over. And number 9, Getting in Tune. No bad tracks, only great tracks. This is a fantastic masterpiece of an album. Highly recommend it. I think it's their Who's best, probably their signature album, I think. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ranking the Songs. We will be back next Tuesday night for an episode of Album Sides. I'm hoping to choose a really good album for that as well. And we will see you then. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Any comments, put them in the comment section. And don't forget the notification bell so you get reminded of this content. And we will see you then. Take care. Goodbye.